Monstrous, technically audacious, completely unlike anything the luxury SUV world had seen before. Three words that made China's most extreme electric off-roader a global talking point the moment it was revealed, a vehicle that drove into a swimming pool on stage at its own launch and floated back out just to prove it could. But this isn't just a small refresh. BYD is taking the U8 to an entirely new level, and there is one technology surrounding the 2027 model that, if confirmed, would make it the most mechanically capable production SUV ever sold to the public from any country at any price. We'll get to that, and that should get fans pretty excited. We're talking about the 2027 BYD U8, and if you've been sleeping on what China's ultra-luxury electric segment is producing right now, this is the video that wakes you up. Starting up front, the grille surround is wider and more architectural than the outgoing model. A bold chrome-edge frame enclosing a dark mesh panel that gives the U8 a face that is simultaneously imposing and premium. The headlights are a full redesign split into two tiers, with a slim LED daytime running strip sitting above the main projector unit on each side, creating a stacked, wide-set expression that makes the SUV look like it's permanently evaluating what's ahead. On the sides, the body is tall and square-shouldered, a deliberate shape that telegraphs interior space and ground clearance without apology, with a sharp pressed line running from the front door handle to the tail lamp that adds visual speed to the upright stance. The wheels are expected at 22 inches across the range, multi-spoke forged alloys that fill the arches completely, with all-terrain tire options available for buyers who intend to actually use the capability this SUV was built around. Thick protective cladding wraps every arch and the full lower sill, matte black wide, and honest about the fact that this vehicle was designed for terrain that would destroy lesser SUVs. At the rear, full-width LED taillights span the tailgate in a single horizontal sweep, with the logo illuminated at the center, understated branding on an anything-but-understated vehicle. Every design element on the U8 has been chosen to communicate one thing above all else, that this machine can go anywhere, carry anything, and arrive in a condition that would embarrass a Range Rover. But step inside, because the cabin of the 2027 U8 is where BYD makes its clearest statement yet about where Chinese luxury is heading. Step inside, and this is where some of the biggest changes are expected. The interior has been comprehensively elevated, Nappa leather throughout, genuine wood trim panels, hand-stitched headliner, and a level of material consistency that sits comfortably alongside vehicles costing significantly more from European manufacturers. Centerpiece is a 23.6-inch rotating infotainment display, the largest fitted to any production SUV currently available, which pivots between landscape and portrait orientation at the touch of a button and runs BYD's Link 5 system with full voice control, facial recognition, and a suite of connected services that makes most Western in-car software feel a generation behind. In front of the driver, a 12.3-inch digital cluster delivers all key driving information cleanly: terrain mode, battery status, torque distribution across all four wheels, and navigation in a single view. Whether you're navigating an unfamiliar city or monitoring your approach to a challenging off-road section, the information architecture keeps you in control without overwhelming you. Storage throughout has been redesigned for long-haul comfort, a refrigerated center console compartment for a standard 500-bottle rear seat entertainment screens on the headrests, and door pockets wide enough for a full day's worth of essentials. And the seats, 6 individual thrones across 3 rows with heating, ventilation, and massage as standard on all 3 rows mean whether you're in the driver's seat or the rearmost position, the U8 treats every occupant as the priority passenger. But the real story is what is powering this machine, and this is where the 2027 U8 does something that should not be physically possible in a road-legal vehicle. The existing U8 already operates on BYD's E4 platform, 4 independent electric motors, 1 at each wheel, each controlled individually by software thousands of times per second. In plain terms, that means the car can spin one wheel forward and the opposite wheel backward simultaneously, allowing it to rotate on the spot like a tank, a party trick that is genuinely useful in tight off-road situations, and deeply unsettling the first time you see it happen. That platform carries forward into the 2027 model, but here is the claim that has the global automotive engineering community genuinely struggling to process. Sources suggest BYD is developing an active suspension system for the U8, not adjustable dampers, not air suspension, but a fully active hydraulic system at each corner that can raise or lower individual wheels independently within milliseconds, allowing the vehicle to kneel for loading, lean into corners like a sports car, and most remarkably, continue driving on 3 wheels if one tire is completely destroyed, by redistributing the vehicle's weight and torque in real time. If this happens, the 2027 U8 would be the first production SUV to offer puncture-immune driving capability as a standard feature. Not run-flat tires, not a spare, The ability to keep moving on three wheels at highway speeds until you reach safety. That changes what an SUV is fundamentally. The 2027 BYD U8 is expected to start at around $155,000 USD in international markets, positioning it directly against the Mercedes GLS, the BMW XM, and the Range Rover, but with a technology specification that none of those vehicles can currently match. Higher trim configurations, with the full active suspension package, the panoramic roof, and the bespoke audio system, are expected to push toward $180,000 to $190,000. BYD's manufacturing scale and vertical integration, they produce their own batteries, chips, and motors, means the cost-to-specification ratio on the U8 is genuinely difficult for European rivals to compete with. In terms of markets, the U8 is expanding aggressively beyond China. The Middle East, Southeast Asia, and Australia are confirmed targets, with select European markets expected to follow as homologation is completed through 2026 and into 2027. 2027, BYD U8 looks set to be the vehicle that forces the global automotive industry to stop treating Chinese luxury as a developing story and start treating it as the benchmark. A machine with the technology, the capability, and the ambition to redefine what an ultra-luxury electric SUV is supposed to be. One question still completely open, whether that active suspension system will be available globally at launch, or whether it debuts exclusively in China first, leaving international buyers waiting for a feature that could be the single most important differentiator in the segment. For buyers outside China considering the U8 against a Range Rover, that answer changes everything, and we will have it the moment it is confirmed. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.